Hey, Shalom Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all glory, honor, all praises to Yahawah Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, to the Hope of Israel. This is your brother Shabbat Shalom. Come back with another lesson. And this lesson is regarding seeking Yahawah early, right? Before the destruction. And so we see that, in the scriptures, seek Yahawah early. That's implying that we have to seek Yahawah before Jake's trouble, okay? Right? So here, let's go to First John. Let's start in the book of Baruch here. Let's go to Baruch 4 and 28. It says, "For as it was your mind to go astray from Yahawah, so being returned, seek him 10 times more." So we have to seek Yahawah 10 times more in meekness and righteousness and fearing him and loving him and keeping his commandments, Israel. Okay? Let's go over to the book of First John. Let's go to First John 2. Let's go to First John 2, and we're going to pick it up at verse 15. It says, "Love not the world, Israel, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of Yahawah is not in him." So if you putting all this crap before you, all this worldly stuff or whatever it is, family, friends, or whatever that is, before Yahawah Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, you're not worthy of this. Okay, I don't care who it is, wife, friends, whoever, child, it does not matter, right? Because all that can become an idol, and a stumbling block. It says, 16 says, "For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of Yahawah, but of the world." So all that's of the world, okay? And again, that pride too, Yahawah hates pride. That's the first thing Yahawah hates is pride, then lying, okay? 17 it says, "And the world passeth away and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of Yahawah abideth forever." Right? So we got to put down all this fleshly and worldly stuff. We don't seek that stuff. Yahweh's going to destroy all of that. So let's go and seek what we need to put all of our efforts in. Right? All of our efforts need to be steered toward doing this. This is Matthew 6 and 33. It says, "But seek the kingdom of Yahawah first." So this is what we're doing, right? You know what I'm saying? All of our efforts, objective, thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Everything is about Yahawah Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, as we see the days coming. Yahawah is not playing, all right? It says, "And his righteousness and all these things shall be added unto you." So, Yahawah understands what we need. Here, let's go up there right quick and get that. Right? Let's get that. All right, let's go up. It's in the same chapter here. All right? And understand, right? So Matthew 6 and 8 up here, it says, "See, be not ye therefore like unto the heathen," right? For Yahawah knoweth what things ye have need of before ye even ask. So we're seeking the kingdom first, and all those things will be given to us. You know what I'm saying? If we're doing it in righteousness and spirit and in truth, with all the fruit of the spirit, you know what I'm saying? That is what it is. That's what's up, okay? All this other stuff is worthless, okay? So now let's go over to the book of John and understand, Israel. We can't fall back to this garbage world, right? And be caught up in this, man, because this world will consume you. I don't give a where you are, on this earth. It will consume you, okay, if we are not focused in on Yahawah Ba'asham. Let's go to John 14 and 15. See, it says, "If you love me, keep my commandments." This is red letter. So, this is, what our efforts are, drawn to is to fear Yahawah Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, to keep his commandments if we love him, right? Let's go to Revelation right quick and understand real quick what this thing is. Let's go to Revelation chapter 18 and verse 4. It says, "And I heard another voice from heaven saying, 'Come out of her, my people.'" What is it talking about? Come out of her, wherever you are. If you're here in Babylon, wherever you are, on the face of this earth, come out of the ideologies, all of the that government stuff, and all that worldly stuff. Come out of that, that's vain help, worthless to you. It says that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues, right? So, in terms of just the thought, and the different issues regarding this place, Babylon, or wherever you are, come out of that, and seek Yahawah Ba'asham Yahushua, as we read earlier, see Matthew 6:33. Seek the kingdom first, okay? Let's go to 2nd Esdras and understand what this thing is, right? So let's go to 2nd Esdras, and we'll pick it up at 2nd Esdras 16:37. All right, 2nd Esdras 16:37. On this wise, all praises to Yahawah Ba'asham Yahushua. So we're gonna pick this thing up at verse 37, right? Slocky Israel. Let me get that right quick. Right. So 2nd Esdras 16, and we're gonna pick it up at verse 37. It says, see, behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. As women, it's like it says, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb. Which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. So this is why, you see all of the plagues increasing, hatred and just, wars, rumor of wars, all, just the, evilness, these wicked spirits, Yahawah Shah warned us of that, I'm saying, that all is going to increase in Matthew chapter 24, okay? Right, 39, it says, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth. It says earth here, right? So, we can't flee Yahawah, what I'm saying? We just pray that, Yahawah has mercy on us wherever, he has us on this earth. It says, and the world shall mourn. It says, the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. See, on every side. You can't flee Yahawah Ba'asham Yahushua. O my people, it's like it says, O my people, hear my word, make ye ready for the battle. See the battle, right? It's going to be a battle here, right? Wherever you are. And in those evils, be even as pilgrims upon earth. So pilgrims, they didn't have a permanent lodging place. They were just roaming around. You know what I'm saying? So it says, see, 41 says, he that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away, and he that buyeth as one that will lose it. So you're going to lose all of this. If we just so, dedicated to this flesh and dedicated to this world, you're going to lose all of that, right? 42 it says, he that occupieth merchandise as he that have no profit by it, and he that buildeth as he that shall not dwell therein. Look at that. He that soweth as if he should not reap, so also he that planteth the vineyard as he that shall not gather the grapes. They that marry as they that shall get no children, and they that marry not as the widowers. It says, and therefore, see, look at this, and therefore they that labor in vain. So, if we put in all of our focus, all of our effort in this world, so we're going to lose all of that stuff, right? Look at 46. It says, for strangers shall reap their fruits and spoil their goods, overthrow their houses and take their children captive. Does this sound like something, I'm saying, we should be, really investing in, right? In terms of this place, it says, for in captivity, right? And famine shall they get children. This is exactly what's going on now in terms of where we are on this earth. We're under the curse pursuant to Deuteronomy 28. It says, and they that occupy their merchandise with robbers, the more they deck their cities. Look at this. their houses, right? So the more you deck your house and your car, your city, and all of that stuff, watch what Yahawah say you're gonna do to it. It says the more they deck their cities, their houses, their possessions, and their own person, even your own person. It says the more will I be angry with them for their sin, saith Yahawah. So the more we try to increase, you know what I'm saying, this fleshly stuff, the more angry Yahawah is going to be with us, okay? So let's go over a couple of chapters. Let's stay in the book of second Esdras, and we're going to go over a couple of chapters to chapter 14. This is what we need to do. So this is second Esdras 14 and 13. It says, now therefore set thy house in order. Right? It's talking about this flesh, your temple. Remember, we're these temples, right? And even your own physical house, okay? Right? Yeah. So this is what we have to be pursuant to, setting our house in order, ourselves, right? It says, reprove thy people, comfort such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption. So put away corruption, which is this body, right? Or this flesh, or any thoughts of trying to, maintain any of this stuff. It says, let go from the mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature. See that? So Yahawah, it's telling us, it says, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times. Right? It says, for yet greater evils than those shall thou have seen happen shall be done hereafter. So we see, what Yahawah is requiring us to seek, and it's not this flesh. Okay? Let's go over to Matthew. Let's go to Matthew chapter 16 and understand exactly, what Yahawah is inferring to, what we need to seek, right? That's plausible to him and not to us, okay? Let's go to Matthew chapter 16 and 24. Pick that thing up, right? Matthew 16, 24. This is red letter, right? It says, then said Yahawah unto his disciples, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. It says, for whosoever will save his life shall lose it. If you're trying to save your business, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, you know what I'm saying, your house, your car, whatever, you're going to lose all of that along with your life. Watch, it says, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. Because we're giving our all to Yahawah Ba'asham, Yahawah in spirit and in truth and in faith, knowing that Yahawah, you know what I'm saying, is going to raise us up in the end, right? 26, it says, for what is a man profit if he shall gain the whole world, Israel, and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul, right? Like a lot of Jakes have done, right? Just sold their souls, right? 27 says, for the Son of Man shall come in the glory of his Father, Yahawah Ba'asham, Yahawah, with his angels, and then he shall reward everyone according to his works. So now remember that word works there, Israel. Let's go over and see what this thing is. So we know works and faith, right? The faith is found in the book of James. So now let's see what this work is. And so we pray that, Yahawah, is well pleased with us, in our efforts, seeking him, and not this world. Come out of this world, Israel, and seek Yahawah 10 times more. All right. So this is 2 Esdras 9 and 7. It says, and everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his work, see that, and by faith, whereby ye have believed. So we see, that there's nothing beneficial in this place or in this flesh. I don't give a hoot where you are on this land, okay? Seek Yahawah 10 times more, okay? So I pray, that this lesson was edifying. Once again, I want to give all glory, all honor, all praises to Yahawah Ba'asham, Yahawah Shalom.